I love Mexican food. How come people don't buy my Mexican food? Well, maybe the area that you have is not people don't like Mexican food. They might like Indian food. Understand that the customer can really help you. The customer can help you improve your business. The customer is actually the business. The customer that you have is actually the business that you have. So if a customer is telling you, hey, listen, your food is garbage, you better listen to that customer. You can't have an ego and say, no, my food is the best, get out of my restaurant. No, what you should do is say, okay, what do you prefer to eat? Oh, you don't like the bread? Okay, what kind of bread do you prefer? It's that simple. Any business, it doesn't matter what it is. If you chauffeur somebody and say, listen, I won't use you again. What's the reason? Oh, the car was dirty. Okay, you clean the car. You do those things that will help you because every customer is your business. Every customer you have is your business. Your business is to service them and to make sure they come back. If they don't come back, that means you're not gonna have a business. It's that simple. You're not gonna have a business. So I'm saying every customer is your business. To please that customer, you're gonna have a great business. You don't please that customer, you're gonna have zero business. So if I have, let's say like myself, my real estate business, if I have 0 tenants, I don't have a business. I don't have income, I'm working for 9 to 5. But every tenant right now is struggling to make payments on rent. I'm gonna give you an example right now. Every tenant right now is having issues. They don't have income, or their income is limited, hours are cut, or their job was lost, or their company shut down, or some kind of issue in terms of income. Now, as a landlord, I could say, okay, get out of my house. Simple. But if I want to make sure that I keep these customers, especially good paying tenants, I have to work with the customer. Remember, my customer is busy. So if I work with my customer, I say, listen, okay, you can't pay $1,600 this month. How much can you afford this month? Okay, I can afford $1,000. Okay, great. What we're gonna do is we're gonna extend your lease by a month, and this month you pay me $1,000, and then when we add the next month on, we'll add on the extra month that we need. You know, that's the way you work with a business. You work on fixing a customer's issue, finding out what the customer problems, and fixing that problem. If the problem is, you know, I need babysitting, you gotta find that customer's babysitter. You gotta find the customer's babysitter. That's simple. If you have issues in terms of getting customers, you need to figure out your lead generation.
I like what you're doing.
If your lead generation is garbage, that means you're not gonna get any more new customers. So how do you build this up? Well, first, like I said, you have to get that first customer. Get that first customer. Whatever business you start, get that first customer. Sell to that first customer. Sell them whatever you're offering, service, product, whatever. Then find out from the customer, do you like that service? Do you like that product? They'll tell you the truth. They're a good customer. And once they give you that feedback, find out how to improve that product or service. If you improve it, you'll get more customers. If you don't improve it, you'll have 0 customers. So understand that. So every customer that you have is your business. Your business is to service them. The more you service them, the bigger your business is going to get. Let me give you an example. For Amazon to be as successful as it is right now, what it had to do, the owner or the CEO, Jeff Bezos, what he had to do was say, how do I deliver books to people? I deliver books to people. Once those people get those books, they give you a review on the website. When people look at the review, say, oh, this person gave me a great deal on this book, they delivered it on time, blah, blah, blah. Next people buy the books. Next thing you know, people need stereos or people need food. Now, food and toilet paper and all those things. Because every single time a person goes up with a review, and every time that review happens, there's on new customers. Understand, the CEO, his whole goal was to provide every customer a service, which is delivery service of a product, and then wow that customer. That's simple. How do you wow the customer? You make sure that they're fully satisfied in terms of the product or service that you provide. So every time you provide a service or product, make sure you wow your customer. Make sure you wow them. I'm talking about where they're so surprised on what you're offering that they have to come back to you. They have to come back to you because otherwise, if you don't wow them, if you're just part of the mediocre, you're just gonna fall into the mediocre. You're gonna make mediocre money. You're gonna have a mediocre life because you provide mediocre service or mediocre products. But if every customer you wow, if I go eat at a restaurant and it's delicious, I'm going to tell my friend, hey, listen, this restaurant's delicious. You should go there. That's free advertising for that business because that business took the time to wow me, the customer, because they know the customer is the business. And I'm going to bring on more customers. I'm going to bring my friends. I'm going to bring my family. I'm going to refer my business clients. Every time I go close a contract, I'm going to bring them to that restaurant because I know that the person I'm bringing to that restaurant is going to enjoy the food and hopefully close the deal with me. Understand that. So every business, I don't care if it's restaurant business, trucking business, selling, like I said, ice cream on the corner, you better wow every single customer. The easiest way to wow them is over deliver. Whatever you promise them, over deliver off that. I say, okay, I'm going to offer you a 2-bedroom apartment. I want them to walk in and say, wow, this is a beautiful, maintained apartment. I'll take it right away. But if they walk into an apartment, like I said, it's dirty and it's trash, there's no way I'm going to have a wow of that customer. No way I'm going to have referrals on that customer. So understand that. That's one way that you can really improve your business or start a successful business is by wowing every single customer that comes into your business or you provide service to. Once you provide that wow factor, you'll have an instant successful business. But once you start falling off on providing quality service or value for that customer, then you're going to lose that business, which means you're losing that customer. So understand that your business is your customers. Once you provide good enough service to that customer, you'll have a successful business. Now, I want to offer a challenge out there to people who come onto the live, a Zoom call. What I want to challenge you with is take this next week, until next Wednesday, until we show up again. And take this challenge. Try to make $100 on your own business. Try to make $100 on your own business. Now, put the pressure on yourself. Find out something that you could do that could provide you an extra $100. I'm talking about your own type of business. Now, ideas I can give you are you can look through your closet or your house and go and offer up or let it go and start selling things. You'll have a service business which you're selling stuff. So let's say you have old sneakers, you have old books, you have old stereos, old headphones, shirts, clothes. Try to find something that you can sell and see if you can make $100 from this Wednesday until next Wednesday. Challenge yourself. Remember, like I said, to get that first customer is the hardest part. I'm trying to give you the easiest method to get that first customer. So find a way to make $100 next week between now and next Wednesday. And I'm not talking working a 9 to 5. I'm not talking working for somebody. I'm talking about working for yourself, using your creativity, meaning using your hard skills, which means it could be your physical skills, or using your soft skills. Your soft skills is your mental skills. So understand, how can I make $100 between now, this Wednesday, till next Wednesday? And that's how you'll start thinking like a business owner, because you're gonna have to find a product or service to make that $100, or you're gonna have to find a way to use your skills. Let's say you have online skills, maybe creating a Facebook for somebody, or creating a website, or building an online course, or teaching somebody something, some kind of skill. And that's what will help you start learning to become a business owner. If you're a business owner, you'll have a greater chance of making a lot more money for yourself than if you were a 9 to 5 person. It's that simple. I made a lot of money as a 9 to 5, but I made a lot more money when I became a business owner, because my income is not limited. It's unlimited. My cap is really on about how creative I get and how many customers I can please. Same with yourself. If you want to become a business owner, you have a great chance of making a lot more money as a business owner than working a 9 to 5. That's why I want you guys to kind of keep coming to these Zoom calls every Wednesday, so you get more ideas, maybe more feedback from other people, and then learn how to get your mind start thinking like as a business owner instead of as a 9 to 5 person, because you'll only be limited by the amount of money that they give you at your 9 to 5. But when you're a business owner, if I have 1 customer, I make $10. If I have 2 customers, I make $20. But if I have 1,000 customers, then my income gets gradually increased by the greater my success of my business. So understand, I'm giving you guys that kind of challenge. Challenge yourself to make $100 between this Wednesday and next Wednesday. If you could do it if you can make more, make more. But the challenge is try to make $100 with using your own creativity, using your own hard skills, using your geniuses that you have. Because a lot of people limit their geniuses because they think that it takes a lot of brains to be a business owner. No, it does not take a lot of brains. It just takes creativity. I'm not the smartest guy in this room. I'm not the smartest guy in this world. But how did I make my money? I decided to use my creativity. You guys have creativity in yourselves. I just want to open that up by giving you ideas, giving you concepts, giving you, giving you maybe tips that can help you avoid staying that 9-to-5 mindset. I want you guys to think like business owners. And business owners always think about how and when can I sell my product? Who can I sell my product to? You know, what avenues am I missing? And if let's say you did write down those skill sets, like I said, your skills that you have, and you find out, hey, this skill right here is not going to pay me, I move on to the next skill. Or this skill's not going to pay me, I'm going to move on to the next skill. Or this skill doesn't pay me enough, I'm going to move on to the next skill. That's why it's important to write down that list of all your skills that you have, your hard skills and your soft skills. Your soft skills are your mental, your hard skills are your physical skills. And once you find out the skill that pays you the most, or the one that you feel like you can do the most and make the most money with, that's the skill you stay with, and that's the one you work on improving. So that's the challenge I'm giving you guys. Make $100 between now and next Wednesday. Take the time to really sit down and think about how can I make $100 between today and next Wednesday. If I can make $100, between now and next Wednesday, then I have a great chance of becoming a business owner. I have a great chance of making some serious money for myself. But if I can't make even $100 between 7 days, then you really don't have a chance of becoming a business owner because you don't have the mindset. You're not opening yourself up to make that kind of money. But like I said, the easy part is thinking of ideas. The hard part is getting that customer. Once you get that customer, you can get 2 customers, 3 customers, 4 customers, 100 customers, 1,000 customers, millions of customers, billions of customers. That's how you guys have to start thinking right now, is understand that there's potential in you. You have to open it up by making that first customer or making that first $100. So that's my challenge to you guys, is make that first $100 between now and next Wednesday. See what you come up with. If you have any issues, like I said, write them down into our chat box so we can help you guys. But otherwise, focus on that. Focus on how can I make that first customer happy? What can I get from that customer in terms of information, education, and learn from them? And then how can I get repeat customers? It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. So that's my challenge, is just make that $100. And then once you do, keep that $100. Don't spend it, because that's going to be your initial capital to start your business in a larger scale. So that's what I really want to talk about today, is really skill inventory, hard skills, soft skills, write them down, and then go down each one and find out which one can make you the most money. If it's driving cars, that's the only skill you have right now, hey, drive that car. Find a person who needs a ride to the airport. Find out whatever it is. Find a way to make that money. I don't care what it is. If it's delivering groceries, you go deliver groceries to that person. That's a customer. If it's delivering McDonald's to them, deliver the McDonald's to them. Get the tip. Learn from them. Learn how did you get that customer. Learn on why that customer came to you. Learn on how you can please that customer next time. If let's say I'm delivering groceries and we have two people delivering groceries, and one person delivers groceries and brings it right to my door and leaves. But the second business owner brings the groceries into my house, opens the bags, cleans my fridge, puts them in the fridge nice and organized, takes the bags away, asks me if I need any other help. Guess which business I'm going to go with? Obviously, I'm going to go with the person that helped me and bring the groceries inside the house. So that's how I provided more service and more value for that business. For that customer. And guess when they call next time for groceries, they're not going to call the person that dropped the groceries right in front of my door. They're going to call the person who did the extra work, put that extra service in, put that extra time in. So understand that. That's for your business owners, guys, who have a business right now. Over-deliver for your customer. Over-deliver. And if you didn't over-deliver, find out why they didn't like your customer, or your business, or your service, or your product. Find out from them. You can learn from every single customer, because your customer is your business. If you don't have any customers, you have zero business. So guys, that's what I really wanted to focus on this week. Let's see, I have some questions here in the chat box. If you guys want to have questions, please, I'll unmute you guys, and that way you can ask questions if you have questions on your own personal business, or if you have ideas for a business. That way I can help you guys hopefully have a successful business. Let me see. If you have questions, please ask. I'm just gonna look through here. Let's see. LP, how can you start a service? Just got a service. I'm just reading the question off first before I answer it. Hi, can I just start a service business? I need advice, wise advice on the best way to register LLC or corporation. Also, how best can I protect my personal assets from being liable to business loss and lawsuits? All right, that's a great question. Now, he's asking for more of a high-level question, which means he's trying to protect his business, his assets, which means his personal stuff, his house, his cars, his family, his bank account. And then also he's trying to figure out a way to how to register his business, his service business, in the proper way. So I think he put LCC, I think he meant LLC or corporation. So if you have a service business right now and you are already working, what I'll suggest for every business, the easiest and simplest method, I'd say, is LLC, a simple LLC. So if it's cleaning LLC, 123 LLC, whatever, I'd say LLC is the cheapest and quickest method to start and register a business. Corporations get a little more pricey in terms of registering, and then also corporations I don't want to get too, but you're subject to double taxation, which I want you to avoid. So you want to kind of keep yourself on that mindset of an LLC, limited liability corporation, and that'll help you in terms of registering. So you just go to state government website, register your business, and then also find if the name is there, and then put the name up there. And then once you have that registered, you have your EIN number, which is kind of like your own social number, your own social for your business. And once you have that number, then you can start opening up bank accounts and keeping things separate. This is one thing about asset protection, because you asked about personal asset protection. So to be really fully protected, you have to separate yourself from the business. You have to think of your business as a separate person, separate entity, separate everything. So we're talking about separate bank accounts, separate places where you work, separating everything in terms of whatever you want to protect into that business. Because if someone does sue that business, you want to make sure you have a separate entity, so that way if someone sues you, they're only taking the business or whatever you have in the business. They're not going after your personal assets. So I'd also consult a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a CPA. I have them work for me, and that's what I do for myself. But they always talk about separating everything. I'm talking about if you mix your business and your personal accounts, means when you get sued, the judge will say, okay, you mix it, you commingle these accounts, there's no more corporate veil, and you'll be sued, and they'll take everything you have. So you have to separate everything in terms of your business name, your business account, where you work. If you have a car under that business, keep it under that business. You have commercial accounts, keep them separate. And that way you have the protection of an LLC. Otherwise, but I'd always consult a lawyer. Consult a lawyer, that way they give you proper advice. But my advice would be register with the LLC, register with the state, open a separate bank account, and always do your business separate from your personal. That way you're not liable when it comes to a lawsuit. But hopefully you never get sued. I've been sued before, and it's not a fun thing to do. It's actually very expensive. So, but I'm always trying to protect myself, and I would suggest for everyone on this call to always protect yourself and protect your assets. All right. Any other questions? Anybody have any other questions that you want to ask in terms of business or ideas? I'll just unmute everyone here. Excuse me. And that way you can ask questions if you have a question.
Can you go to your bedroom?
Anybody else have any other questions?
Hey, Kenny, this is Philip again.
Hey, Philip.
How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Good job. So, just a follow-up question on the question that I just asked. It's me who posted that question in the chat. So, does that mean that if I wanted to use my a residential address as my business address, should I also separate that? Should I get a physical address for my business? Because I understand, when you're claiming an exemption, business exemption, you could say you rented out maybe space from your room. So that does it mean they can come after my personal assets because I used my personal residence as my business office?
No. Well, so like I said, consult a lawyer first. But this is my understanding from my addition too, from my counsel. If you use your personal address, it does not mean that. It just means that's where the location of your business or where you work from. Does not mean that the business owns that address. If that makes sense. So ideally, what they do is like if I live at 123 Main Street and my business is at 123 Main Street, if they sue me, does not mean that the business is name. Oh, I'm sorry, the house or the property is not under the business name. Now, if the property or the address is owned by the asset or by the business, then they can come after the building. They can come after the building because the business owns the building. But if you own personally the building and you work out of your business, you work out of your residence, and your residence is under your personal name, as long as you have that separate entity and the separate business, you should be fine because they can't come after your personal assets because it's personally under you. It's not under, whatever business you registered. So make sure that unless you have, like I said, unless 123 Main Street is owned by the business that you have, then they can come after it. But otherwise, if it's just the address where the business is being done, they can't come after it. You should be fine.
Well, great. Well articulated. Thank you so very much.
No problem. No problem. Anybody else have any other questions? Zoom gives me a 45-minute limit. That's why I'm always just saying 45 minutes. So I got another 10 minutes. If you guys have any more questions, please just spit them out. Especially if it's ideas or businesses that you have.
So for me, I was gonna say with your challenge for next week, it's kind of hard to do when there's a pandemic going on and people are out of work and you can't really service people. Or like one of my ideas was maybe to do hair, or because I can braid and maybe charge someone, but you can barely even do that.
Sure.
So
that's like I said, this is the tough time, but this is when your creativity comes into mind. Yes, I know it's tough to go out there and provide a service, especially like when it comes to touching people. But like I said, right now you can provide something. What you could do is you could teach somebody how to braid hair and say, listen, I'll charge you $50, but I'll teach you how to do your own hair, or teach your kids how to do your hair. Or like I said, go to somebody's house and do their hair. Yes, I know that's risky. You can wear a mask and all that stuff, gloves, be safe, obviously, but you want to use your creativity on finding a way to make that $100. Find a way to get that customer, because once it becomes easier, when the world finally opens up, you'll have all those ideas already to get customers. So right now is probably the best time to be creative in terms of finding customers. If you're trying to do hair, think of maybe building an online course on how to teach hair, or find people that have kids that maybe they need their hair done, braids. You come to their house or meet somewhere locally and do their hair. Or maybe, anything can happen in terms of being creative, in terms of finding a customer. So when it comes to hair, it's tough because, like I said, it's a physical business, a physical service business. But regardless, if you can get that one customer or two or three and make that $100, when everything finally opens up, it'll be that much easier to find more customers for you because you went through the hard time. So that's what I would suggest is find whatever way you can to make that $100. It doesn't have to be hair. Like I said, that's your business, but it could be any way of getting that customer. That's what I would suggest.
got you.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Anybody else? Any other questions? Comments? Great. All right, guys. So guys, thank you for coming out. I appreciate you guys. I'll be here next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Of course, like I said, if you have questions, especially on your own personal business, please write them down. Invite people who need this. I'm going to be putting these videos on YouTube. Eventually, I just have to take my my team to edit them and put them on YouTube. But it will be up there, so that way you can guys kind of review them. Maybe something you missed, something you lost, but it'll be there, and that way you guys can kind of review it. But I always suggest, guys, push hard to work for yourself. Push hard to be a business owner. It's the only way you can create massive wealth for yourself. And that challenge, like I said, make $100 between now and next Wednesday. It's only $100. If it's 5 customers, maybe paying you $20 each, find a way to do it. And that way you can start learning how a business works and how a business owner thinks. All right. So guys, until next time, I'll see you Wednesday. All right. Good luck.